Good evening. This is Trading Bull's Institutional Flow Intelligence with the official 4 p.m. Eastern Market Close report for Thursday, May 14th, 2026. Despite a green day across the board, the overall institutional lean was overwhelmingly bearish, driven by massive distribution in dark pools. Section 1. What happened today? Markets painted a picture of broad strength today, but institutional flow tells a different story. The S&P 500 ETF, SPY, closed up 0.79% at 748.17. The Nasdaq 100's QQQ gained 0.71%. The Dow's DIA and the small-cap IWM also finished firmly in the green. However, this surface-level rally was met with heavy bearish positioning in both options, flow, and, most critically, dark pool activity, suggesting large players were selling into strength. Section 2. S&P 500 SPY analysis. SPY's official 4 p.m. closing print was $748.17, a gain of nearly 0.8%. The ETF traded in a range between a low of 743.56 and a high of 749.53. Our bias today is neutral, with a strong bearish undertone. For the bull case, buyers successfully defended the 743 level and pushed towards the session high, keeping the psychological 750 level in striking distance. The bear case, however, is far more convincing. The intraday low at 743.56 remains vulnerable, and we observed over $1 billion in bearish block trades in dark pools, indicating institutions are actively offloading positions. For tomorrow, immediate resistance sits at today's high of 749.53, with support at 743.56. Section 3. QQQ Nasdaq analysis. The Nasdaq 100's QQQ closed at $719.79, up 0.71%. It hit a high of 722.03 and a low of 714.22. The bias here is neutral with a mixed undertone. The bull case is supported by over $52 million in bullish-leaning options flow and the clean break above the 715 level. A move over today's high of 722 could see further momentum. The bear case points to the intraday low of 714.22 and the quiet but consistent bearish prints seen in dark pools, suggesting a divergence between retail call buying and institutional selling. Initial support is now 714.22, with resistance at 722.03. Section 4. Daily Pulse. Today's total options premium reached $1.96 billion. The aggressive sweep count was 165. In contrast, total dark pool premium was a staggering $7.9 billion. The massive delta between these figures shows that while the options market was active, the real story was the overwhelming institutional selling pressure happening off the lit exchanges, which dwarfed options volume by more than 4-to-1. Section 5. Options flow leaders. The SPX index dominated, seeing over $1 billion in premium with a strong bearish lean. NVDA was next with $143 million, also bearish. TSLA stood out with $86 million in premium and a clear bullish lean. The QQQ itself saw $52 million in bullish flow. MU saw $50 million, but with a bearish lean, and SPY saw $46 million, also with a bearish lean. Section 6. Dark pool activity. This is where the day's real story was written. We tracked massive institutional block trades, with SPY seeing multiple bearish prints totaling over $1.2 billion alone. MU saw a single $374 million bearish block. EMB, the Emerging Markets Bond ETF, saw a $134 million bearish print. The Growth ETF, VUG, had a $133 million bearish block, and the S&P 500 ETF, IVV, saw $125 million in bearish flow. The dark pool analysis is simple. Institutions were aggressively and broadly distributing equities today. This was not isolated selling. It was a widespread offloading of risk across major index ETFs and key sectors, a significant sign of risk-off positioning behind the scenes. Section 7. Notable flow. Today's largest trade was a colossal $402 million bearish bet on the SPX index, with a buyer grabbing the March 2027 7,475 puts. In contrast, we saw a $72 million bullish bet on the SPX with a July 2026 8,000 strike call. Another bullish trade targeted the SPX September 7450 calls for $51 million. Finally, a significant bearish trade saw $36 million go into the SPX September 7450 puts. Section 8. Mega sweeps. These are large orders split across multiple exchanges to get filled fast. The top sweep was a $4.3 million bullish bet on MU, buying May 22, 800 strike calls. Next was a $3.6 million bearish sweep on NVD, targeting the June 18th, 230 calls. MU appeared again with a $3.2 million bearish sweep on the June 18th 900 calls. Section 9. Dual signal convergence. Here we look for tickers with heavy activity in both options and dark pools. Today we saw critical divergences. Both TSLA and the QQQ showed strong bullish options flow, while institutional dark pools were net sellers, showing a bearish lean. This is a classic battleground scenario where retail and fast money are buying calls, while institutions are quietly distributing shares. In contrast, both NVDA and MU showed alignment, with bearish sentiment from both options traders and dark pool sellers. Section 10. Algorithmic signals. Our scanners confirmed two high-conviction algorithmic setups today. First, a confirmed bullish sniper signal on CRBG with 94% confidence. Second, a confirmed bearish sniper signal on WOLF with 82% confidence. Tomorrow's focus will be on whether this heavy institutional selling continues to pressure the market, despite the bullish chase we saw on the surface. This has been your official Trading Bulls Market Close Report. Trade safe.